slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't.
Hey team, hope you're all doing well. Today's video I wanted to cover a question that Pete 4825 asked me. He said, "Hi Nathan, for any long distance race, what does the day before the race look like in terms of activity? Some say the day before do 20 minutes easy with strides, some say total rest. What is your guidance? For reference, race target and fitness level is about," okay, so Pete's at about a 58-minute 10-miler, so very competitive runner. I mean, everybody's got their own opinions in regards to what they want to do the day before a race. There's taking the day off certainly is not going to hurt you in any way. You're not going to lose any fitness for sure. In fact, a lot of runners say, what if I took like 7 days off? 7 days off before a race. You're still not going, you may feel a little lethargic because you took that time off, but you're not going to lose any fitness in 7 days. But in most cases, at least in my own background, I've had times where I've taken the day off before the race, and in other times I run for, like he mentioned, about 20 minutes, just enough to get the legs moving a little bit, doing a few, maybe 3 to 4 50-meter strides. So when I say strides, a lot of runners don't always necessarily know exactly how they're supposed to set up a stride. A stride is really just, it can be anywhere from like 50 meters to 200 meters in length. You don't want to be like an all-out sprint from the very beginning. Okay, a stride is just a gradual increase in speed. If you're doing a 50-meter stride, it may be the first 25 meters. It's just a gradual, moderate effort, and then the last 25 meters is an all-out sprint. But it's just a gradual increase in speed, just again to get your legs moving. But I think the most important thing to keep in mind before you start any, as you go into these big races that you're competing for, is to make sure that you're getting the proper amount of sleep several days, literally 3 to 4 days prior to a big race is key. Okay, so it's natural to have difficulty at times falling asleep the day before or the night before a race, and so if you've gotten that proper sleep several days leading into your goal race, I think that's very important. But in terms of what should you do the day before a marathon, again, it's individual for each athlete. But I do think either taking the day off, but not running the day off before the race, or not running really any further than about 20 minutes or 2 to 3 miles easy prior to the day before a race. Okay. Again, really the most important thing to keep in mind in your buildup is, one, I believe in a 10-day taper. I believe that if you start dropping your volume and intensity too far out from your goal race, a lot of times you're not going to feel as strong as you would then, versus if you did a 10-day taper where you kept your volume high, you kept your intensity high up until just several, few days leading into your goal race. And there are a lot of runners out there that do very well with a 3 to 4 week taper, 3 weeks in most cases. I personally have just set personal best in the past on 10-day tapers, so I always recommend that going into your race. But what you do the day before, definitely make sure that you start carbo loading about 3 to 4 days also before your goal race. Okay, in this case, and Pete, maybe he's going for a 10-mile race, like he mentioned, he's a 58 10-mile specialist, so this guy is very competitive already. But making sure that you carbo load 3 to 4 days prior to the start of your goal race, making sure that you're stocked up on glycogen. You have plenty of carbs, so a lot of pasta, potatoes, lots of fruits and vegetables, making sure that you're stocked up on that so you have that glycogen to call upon in your race. And again, making sure that you're visualizing what you want to do in the race as well. It's natural, your brain is going to be constantly thinking about the race the day before. So it really, if you make it a priority to mentally rehearse for your race, mental training is very, very powerful for middle to long distance runners. I certainly have used that over the years. I think that training the subconscious mind to do what you want it to do is very powerful. I think the concept of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind isn't always understood, but I do believe that we as human beings can do far greater things than we think we can do. I certainly did not believe when I was in a high school athlete, if you would have told me I would have ran a 2:19 marathon as a high school athlete, or even maybe as a collegiate athlete, I would have said that it would have been a stretch, but possible. But if you would have told me that when I was in high school running, the 1600 and 3200 meter, I would have told you you're nuts. Because when I was growing up, I thought marathoners were crazy. I was like, I'll never run that distance. But now that I definitely think that we a lot of times sell ourselves short in terms of what we're capable of. I think we can do far more, and I'm not just talking about sports. I'm talking about a lot of areas. Anything you're pursuing, whether it's starting a business, whether it's trying to lose weight, whatever it is, more than likely you can do about 40 to 50% more than you think you can do. And I think that we as human beings have a great deal of power. And I think that all starts with our mindset and what we envision, what we think about, what we dream about. If you want to do something bad enough and you're willing to put in the work, then really the sky literally is the limit. But I think that we can really do some amazing things as athletes. But what should you do the day before a marathon? One, stay as relaxed as you possibly can. Trust your training. Don't overthink the process. You've already done the heavy work, so take confidence in the heavy workouts you've put in, all of the mileage, all the tempo runs, the track workouts you've done. Believe in what you've put your body through. You're already in phenomenal shape, and remember, there's not much you can really do the day before a race that's going to really hinder what you've already done. Okay. I think that if you stay relaxed, you hydrate well. Remember the fundamentals I teach in other videos about going into your race. When you're in the race, run the least amount of distance as you possibly can. There's no need for you to run further than you need to. So if you see a right-hand turn coming up, make sure that you get to the right-hand side of the road. If you see a left-hand turn coming up, stay to the left-hand side of the road. Run the tangents so that, again, you're running the least amount of distance as you can in the race. That's going to help you over a 26-mile race if you're training for the marathon or whatever race it is. If it's a 5K or 10K, minimizing the amount of work you're doing in the race is going to set you up for success. Again, you want to think about, how can I get the best results by doing less? Leverage is key. Far too often we've been taught how to work hard, and I'm not just talking about training. We work hard in our jobs, but hardworking people don't always get the best results. Hardworking athletes don't always get the best results. It's are you thinking constantly about, how can I work smarter? How can I get better results by doing less? Okay, I'd much rather get the results by doing less work than doing more work and not getting the results that I'm seeking. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, Pete, in regards to your question, what should you do the day before a marathon or any race in this case? Stay as confident as you can. Don't overthink it, because again, you've already put in the heavy work. So be confident in the hard work and in the training you've been doing. And hydrate well. Try not to change up your routine. If you're not used to getting massages, the day before a workout or something like that, don't try to change up your routine in any way. Just stay confident, stay relaxed, and trust what you've done. So I hope this video is helpful for you, Pete, and for all of you that are wondering what should you do the day before a marathon or any race distance. If you have any other questions, leave me a comment below. I'll reach back out to you and respond. So if you're new to this channel, please like and share these videos. It helps other runners around the world to see these videos, and also with the YouTube algorithm. There are resources below these videos, as well as on RunDreamAchieve.com if you're looking to train in a new way, and maybe seeking a new strategy, whether it's a training plan or running courses that I have available, or if you want to work with one-on-one with me as your coach. So thank you so much for your support, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.